All right, it's been about a week and a half. I've been working with the phone, trying to get it to work the way I need it to. Last time I said that I'd contacted customer support and was still waiting to hear back from them. Well, I did hear back from them, and they just told me to go to the help pages, even though I had already told them that the information provided in the help pages did not work. Yeah, so customer support just told me to try the thing that I told them I had already tried, and then they said, go to the community. Okay, that is unacceptable. I looked it up. They are a for-profit private corporation. Murena is a for-profit private corporation, and they're trying to outsource their customer service to the public by using community forums. That is unacceptable, especially because the community forums are full of people who are intensive, like coders and people who are technology focused, and they don't know how to provide service to normal people who don't understand the lingo that they're using. There's also a lot of shaming on there or putting people down if they don't understand something. I'm not going to the forums. I'm just not. I need support. This is really basic. I've got to get my stuff onto the phone. And it's their fault that I can't do that because they put in certain privacy restrictions that don't allow the normal software and cords and stuff like that to work. So I need to know how to get around that stuff to get my data. I was able to email my contacts to myself and then get it onto this phone, and that worked. So at least I have my contacts. That's something, but I don't have message history. I'm really frustrated. Okay, as far as usability of the phone though, I do think that the hardware of the phone itself, the actual physical, the Fairphone side of things is good. It has a good response time. The screen is nice. The colors are nice. It seems to work pretty well. It's the software that's incredibly frustrating. The software that comes on the phone, most of it is pretty bad, but you can't delete it because it's like hardwired into the phone. So I put it in what I call a folder of shame. So like the browser, it doesn't have a very good search engine feature. When you try to search something, you get like really strange results, which is okay. That's one thing. I can use a different search engine. But another problem with it was there's no back button. I had to play around and finally figured out that if I swipe the screen, it would take me back. But then there's no forward. Like if I want to go, so if like, let's say you have page 1, page 2, page 3. I'm on page 3. I want to check page 2 just to, remember what it said. I can do that, but I can't go back to page 3. Whether I swipe left or right, it just takes me back to page 1. So yeah, it's a stupid browser. So I, again, can't delete it. I'm using the DuckDuckGo browser instead, and that works a lot better. The message app was okay. It wasn't like terrible, but there are a couple of things. One, I couldn't figure out how to like messages. So like you get a message and sometimes you can press and hold the message and then it'll bring up options like thumbs up, thumbs down, laugh, whatever. That's not available. Now, I don't know if that's an Android thing, but I feel like it isn't because I feel like when I get messages from people with Android, they're able to provide reactions to my messages. It's not the end of the world. You can live without it. You can use emojis instead, but it's just a little weird that it doesn't allow for that. And also, there's no way to mark messages as spam. On the iPhone, I was able to press and hold on the conversation and mark it as spam, and it would delete it and it would report it. I couldn't find an option for that on here. You can block, so I guess that's kind of the same thing, but I kind of liked the idea of like reporting these senders. Again, not the end of the world. I just didn't love the messaging app. I downloaded a different one and it kind of has some of the same issues, so I might have to keep exploring. But like, it's been a week and a half. My phone still isn't ready to use. And it's just like, I've got a life, I've got things to do. I don't like spending all this time exploring, just trying to find like basic stuff. But whatever. The maps was pretty bad. It did work in the sense that it would provide you with directions to where you're wanting to go, but it doesn't tell you street names when it's time to turn. It just says, turn here. It doesn't say turn on 14th Street or whatever. It's like, wow, pretty not great. It's also, if I recall, Yeah, so you can find the business, but it doesn't show their hours or their website or anything like that, like other map apps do. So it's pretty limited in use. I didn't really like the Maps app. And then the mail was very glitchy. It would freeze up sometimes, and I'd have to restart the phone to get it to work again. So like I wrote a message and clicked send, and it was stuck in the outbox for several hours. And I was like, what is going on? It's got to send. And the only way I was able to get it to send was to restart the phone. Also, there was like a delay of several hours for receiving emails. So yeah, no, not going to use that mail app. It's pretty bad. Another thing, in my last review, I said that there weren't any built-in wallpapers. I had to go online and download some in order to change the wallpaper. Well, the OS had an update a few days ago, I don't remember exactly when, and now there are wallpaper options, so that's good, I guess. But the deal breaker for me, the thing that I have to figure out an answer to, or I am going to return the phone, is a voice assistant. I use it all the time. I'm a busy parent. I have to be able to press a button and say, set a timer for 20 minutes, or remind me at 4:30 to pick up the laundry, or whatever the case may be. Even sending messages when I'm texting, I need to be able to do it voice to text. It's just, I'm sorry, this is a deal breaker. And I know that there are privacy issues and so on. And I really, 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 really want to use this phone. I want to have a phone that is not bad for the environment, not bad for society, isn't destroying people's lives. But like, come on guys, it has to be usable. It has to be functional. Otherwise I just have a brick, and that's a waste of money. I may as well send it back. So I submitted another request to Murena. They have not answered me. It's been about, let's see, what is today? I think it's been about 4 days and still no answer. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to keep trying, but I am really pissed off. But yeah, I mean, basically, if I can't get my data transferred over and I can't get a voice assistant, I'm going to have to return the phone, which will break my heart. I was really looking forward to the Fairphone entering the US market. I've been looking forward to it for years. So I want to keep trying. I do. I really do. But I've got to be able to use it.